Good evening and welcome to yet another day beating COVID-19. And today being a Sunday, we're going to have one of those wonderful Sunday sharings concerning 5 attitudes you should have in these times of COVID-19. I would even more likely to say it is 5 attitudes you should have as a Christian in this time of COVID-19. Or even I could even add more, and I'd say these are possibly 5 spiritual attributes or attitudes that you need not only for the post COVID-19 or the COVID-19 times, but for your life. So we're going to tackle in rapid succession 5 different stories, and from those 5 different stories we shall be able to get 5 different attitudes. Okay. Book of Matthew 9, 1 to 8 talks about the paralytic man, the guy who was brought in the house through the roof. And he came for healing. And the Lord was very clear. He just said, be forgiven. Your sins have been forgiven. Go. And he was healed. Second guy was one who was brought in Matthew 7. Okay, let's go to the lady with the issue of blood. Matthew 9, 20, 22. As Jesus was walking through town, a lady reached out, touched the hem of his garment, and her issue of blood was healed. And Jesus turned, and after cross-examining the crowd, the lady came out and said, it is I. And he said to her these words, take courage. Your faith has made you well. Number 3. Matthew 8. Jesus healed a leper. And I want to see what he did there. Yes. And the leper asked the Lord, if you are willing, heal me. And Jesus said, I am willing, be cleansed. And that was it. The guy was healed. Let me see. What else do we have here? Then Matthew 17, 14 to 16, about the gentleman who had an epileptic fit, but it turned out to be a demonic possession. And Jesus questioned the unbelief of the disciples, and then he asked him, bring him over to me, prayed over him, rebuked the demons out of him, and later on shared with them about what is going to happen to him, and told him that demon comes out only through prayer and fasting. And the last one is the man who was blind from birth. And the people questioned, is he blind because of what his parents did or what his relatives did, etc.? And the Lord said, no, his blindness is for the glory of God. Okay, ironical. Yes. And then he spat on the ground, made mud, covered his eyes, and told him, go and clean in the pool of Siloam and tell people that story. Now, there are many more examples of healing. I only picked 5 because for this week I need 5. Now, back to the points. Number 1, be forgiving. In this world today, a lot of people raise arguments and accusations against the church, against the people of God, against those who are serving the Lord. Some people have thrown God out of the mix totally. They don't believe in God anymore, and they don't believe that God heals. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Number 2, in some cases, prayer and fasting helps. So be prayerful and fast. Because in difficult circumstances, prayer and fasting is a necessary weapon to fight the onslaught of pestilence and troubles and disease. So be prayerful and fast. This is your second attitude. Number 3, be cleansed. Seek time with the Lord to clean you out, to remove that which may be impeding you, to seek a purification time during this time of COVID so that you can be clean. Note, all these people were healed, but their healing did not come in the way of injection or anything. Number 4, be courageous. Reach out to the Lord. The woman with the issue of blood took courage, and the Lord acknowledged it. Take courage. Your faith has made you well. Reach out and touch the hem of God's garment and seek healing there, because it is possible. And number 5, this one I think was kind of interesting, but I said it was like B 2020 vision. You see, this guy did not had not seen from birth. He was blind from birth, so he did not know what stuff looks like. But the Lord transformed him from blindness to 20/20 vision. Seek that blindness be removed from your eyes during this time, so that you see what the Lord sees and see what the Lord is doing. All these people have had conditions for which there was no cure. There was no way out. There was no chance of reprieve. They were outcasted. They were ostracized, and even some were unclean. But the Lord touched them and told them specific messages, specific attitudes to have. Be forgiving for the paralytic man, for he had a paralyzed hand. Be prayerful and fast to overcome the evil in the world, through prayer and fasting. Be cleansed of that which is holding you back. Be courageous, reach out and touch the Lord. And last but not least, be 20/20 vision. See clearly what the Lord is doing in this world. Because I know that many are Christian are on their knees praying for people in hospital, and they are coming out of hospital. Yes, they can accredit the virus has no cure, but people are getting well. We should ask the question, who and what is responsible for that? Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. We're coming to wrap up the Once Upon a Time in Kenya day 7. This is the 7th day, and we are closing this series. We want to compile everything in that series down in the description below. And also we ask you that in these coming weeks, have the attitudes that will give you success. We'll list them all, and the videos and the stories, and then you will be able to understand that which you need to grasp, the attitudes that you need to have for you to rise up in altitude post-COVID lockdown. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me this week, and I trust and pray that you will be blessed in Jesus' name. And on this Sunday, God bless you, take care of you, and give you a wonderful week. Thank you.